Imagine closing your eyes and still seeing blocks falling. You walk down the street and notice cars lining up perfectly like Tetris pieces. This isn't a dream or madness, it's a real phenomenon proving that your brain can be reprogrammed in just a few hours. In this video, we break down the Tetris Effect. You'll learn how a simple game physically changes the thickness of your brain, why scientists call it a vaccine against fear, and how it's used to treat severe psychological trauma. We'll show how the mind erases the line between screen and reality, and why this can be both a lifesaver and a dangerous trap. The experiment that changed everything. In 2000, Harvard scientists conducted a groundbreaking experiment. They made 27 people play Tetris for several hours a day and then monitored their sleep. The result was shocking. Over 60% of participants saw falling blocks even while sleeping. The most incredible part involved people with amnesia. They couldn't remember playing Tetris at all. They forgot everything within minutes. Yet at night, their brains still showed them falling blocks. This proved that the brain learns and trains in the background, even when our conscious mind isn't aware of it. Hallucinations or a superpower. The Tetris Effect isn't just about gains. Mushroom hunters see caps in carpet patterns, programmers see lines of code floating above their pillows, and chess players imagine people as pieces on a checkered floor. This is called reality overlay. The brain becomes so absorbed in a task that it applies its rules to the entire world. More than 90% of gamers have experienced this, hearing phantom music, seeing health bars above people's heads, or trying to press save in real life. This isn't a glitch, it's proof of how plastic and active our minds are. The brain trains like a muscle. Many people believe the adult brain doesn't change. That's a myth. Studies show that just 3 months of playing Tetris for 30 minutes a day physically increases the thickness of the cerebral cortex. In teenage girls who took part in the experiment, the cortex grew 20% thicker in areas responsible for planning and attention. At the same time, the brain became more efficient, using less energy to solve complex tasks. It's like building a highway instead of a dirt road, more traffic but fewer jams and less fuel consumption. Tetris as a cure for trauma. In 2009, a discovery was made that may save thousands of lives. Scientist Emily Holmes found that Tetris works like a cognitive vaccine against post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Participants were shown disturbing accident footage. Half of them played Tetris immediately afterward. The result? Intrusive flashbacks dropped by 62% among the gamers. The game overloads visual memory so strongly that the brain simply doesn't have enough resources to store the trauma in long-term memory. The horrific image fades before it can take root. Why crosswords don't work. Here's the key point. Not every game helps. Scientists compared Tetris with a trivia game based on words. The result was surprising. Those who played word games felt worse. Traumatic memories are images, not words. Tetris blocks the brain's visual channel, leaving no space for the trauma. Word games activate a different part of the brain and don't stop disturbing images from being stored. That's why, after witnessing something traumatic, it's better to play a visual puzzle than solve a crossword. The dangerous side of plasticity. But brain plasticity has a dark side. Sometimes the overlay of game logic onto reality becomes dangerous. Imagine a driver suddenly seeing a racing game interface on the windshield and misjudging the speed of real cars. Virtual reality, VR, amplifies this effect. After an hour in a headset, people may feel disoriented, confuse game characters with real people, or expect the laws of physics to follow game rules. For pilots or surgeons, such perceptual glitches can cost a career or even a life. The magic of half sleep. Have you noticed that strange images appear most often as you fall asleep? This state is called hypnagogia, a bridge between wakefulness and sleep. For 5 to 10 minutes, your brain operates in a unique mode. Logical thinking shuts down while visual memory becomes highly active. The brain replays the most vivid experiences of the day. If you spent 5 hours stacking blocks, the brain decides this skill is critical for survival and starts training it intensely while you drift off. It's your personal night cinema, showing what you lived through during the day. The hunter's evolution. Why does nature have such a strange mechanism? The answer is simple: survival. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors didn't play Tetris, they hunted. If a hunter tracked a mammoth all day, the brain tuned itself to spot mammoths everywhere, in bushes, shadows, even clouds. This helped detect prey faster and survive. Today, we no longer hunt, but the brain still uses this powerful scanner. Instead of animal tracks, it learns to recognize falling blocks or app icons with incredible precision. You are the architect of your brain. The main takeaway is simple and powerful. Your brain isn't a hard drive written once and forever. It's living clay that reshapes itself daily based on what you do. Every hour of gaming, work, or hobbies physically rewires your neurons. You can use this consciously to heal trauma, sharpen attention, or learn new skills. But remember, whatever you feed your brain becomes part of your reality. Choose your games wisely. They literally create the world you see.